Alright, so let's look at number 3. It says find the values of the trigonometric functions of theta from the given information. So I have two pieces of information that I need to see where this reference triangle is going to be drawn. Remember, from the center out, either there or down in the fourth quadrant, or in the second, or in the third. We're going to determine which one of these four triangles it's going to be based off of the pieces that are given. It says tangent, which is a y over x ratio, is positive. It's a positive 6. It also says sine, which is a y value, is going to be positive as well. That's what greater than 0 means. We're going to read that as positive. Okay, so if I have positive y values, okay, so because of this, I have positive y values. That means it can be in any one of these two quadrants. And then the tangent is also a positive. Okay, and that means I know that because tangent is a positive, either y and x are both positive, or y and x are both negative, because two negatives will cancel out to a positive. So that means that positive can exist here, or positive can exist here. Where do they overlap? They overlap in quadrant 1. So that's where my reference triangle is going to be drawn. So we have theta, and now I can use this again to show what's going to be this y over x. Okay, so that y over x relationship is 6. So if this is 6, it's like saying 6 over 1, where x is a positive 1 and y is a positive 6. So now we're just going to use Pythagorean Theorem to find our radius, or our hypotenuse of this reference triangle. We have 1 squared plus 6 squared. Take the square root. So we have 1 plus 36, which is the square root of 37. That we can write as our hypotenuse. Now we're just going to go over here to these other trigonometric functions and see what would the ratios be equivalent to. So sine is the y over r. Okay, that means it's going to be the y value of 6 over the r value of root 32. And if I multiply it by a form of 1 by rationalizing the denominator, I get 32 on the bottom, and I get 6 root 32 on the top. Oops, 37 that is. I don't know why I wrote 32. So this would be 37, then root 37, 37. So that is a 7 right there. Okay? Which would give you 37 on the bottom, and it'd be 6 root 37, and it does not reduce from there. The cosine is going to be the x over the r, otherwise adjacent of our hypotenuse, if you want to think of it that way. It's 1 over root 37, which again, when you rationalize the denominator, you'd get root 37 over 37. So this is my answer for the cosine. The cosecant is going to be the reciprocal of sine. So if this was our answer here, we can just find the reciprocal, so that we have 37 over 6 root 37. Okay? And yes, you could rationalize the denominator again, and you're already noticing that this root 37 in the denominator, let me highlight it in blue, is going to become a 37, like outside the square root. So you have 37 root 37 left up top, and yes, those in fact do cancel out. So you get root 37 over 6. Now I know I used this answer and found the reciprocal and then rationalized it. You can, if you want, use the original answer and just take the reciprocal so that you can get to the answer faster without having to rationalize the denominator. Alright, so secant is the flip, or otherwise the reciprocal of cosine. So again, I'm going to do that right here. I'm just going to take the square root of 37 and put it over 1, which is going to give me that. And then finally the cotangent. It's just the flip of tangent. So it's not going to be 6 over 1, it's going to be 1 over 6. And those would be your answers for number 3.